Hey everyone, my name is Laura and welcome to Book Bubbler. Today I have my September TBR and it seemed like very normal, like a normal amount of books, you know, like maybe 10. And then I forgot to factor in all of the recommendations I need to finish from August. And that's a big rollover. So, yeah, let's get started, shall we? Because there's a lot here. Okay, so first up will be the 11th, the penultimate book in the Pink Carnation series. This is The Mark of the Midnight Manzanilla by Lauren Willig. We will be starting this the week after next. Dani and I will be reading this week after next. And it seems like finally, this book we're reading currently, The Passion of the Purple Plumeria, feels more like the first books in the series that were so more adventurous, and there was more romance, and it was sexier, and it was you never know what's going to happen, and there's more agents doing more spy things, and it's been really nice to get back to what the books started out like, and then the middle chunk kind of was like whatever. So we are both hopeful that this one keeps up with this new old pace again. So we'll be getting straight into this one. And then, and also with Dani and a whole host of other people, I have a announcement video for this with bingo cards that I made. So we're going to be reading Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton this month. I will be participating in this, of course. And then here are, this dark one here is the read-along bingo board I made. So if you want to do as much as you can, or if you don't want to read an individual thing or do an individual thing for each prompt, reading this book counts for 6 of the 9 prompts, including the free space. So this will take off a whole bunch of things, but I've never read this book. I've never read the sequel. I've only seen this movie, I'm going to say 5 to 10 times total in my life. I did, however, participate. I was in flags. I was in color guard in high school, and we did a whole like routine sequence, whatever, that we traveled around and did to the Jurassic Park music. And I keep trying to find the pictures of me with all my various flags and everything doing the things. They must be at my mom's house. So whenever I do find them, I will make sure to show off my embarrassing 90s high school self, but that's okay. Anyways, I'm looking forward to this. I don't know what it's going to be like. I mean, I think I do, but this marker is where we read, so it's sort of half and half with a check-in in the middle of the month, and I talked too much about this. Looking forward to reading it. We'll see how this goes. Okay, and then, oh, I also did a TBR for this that just went up recently. This is a Shorty September, a read-along where you read short books. They're all under 200 pages. I say 200 or less. And here is my TBR for all the various prompts. Heather at Soggy Expat Book Nerd did the illustrations for this, so there they are. And here are all the books for all those prompts. So I should probably get started because there's a lot of titles here. There's a lot of titles there. Okay. And then we have, oh, Bob's Burgers Readathon. I'm so excited about this. This is hosted by the wonderful Rachel Fry. Rachel hosts all the Golden Girls readathons that happen throughout the year. This is the first time she's done a Bob's Burgers one, and I am super, super pumped because I love Bob's Burgers. Bob's Burgers and the Golden Girls are probably 2 of my favorite TV shows of all time, and I can rewatch them over and over again and I don't get sick of them. So I hope the board is up next to me. I didn't have a chance to print it out or anything. It's also very full. So this readathon runs from September 17th to the 26th. It's just 1 week. And if you can get a blackout bingo board, hats off to you, because that's a heck of a lot of books. But they use the hashtag Bob's Burgers Athon anywhere you're going to read anything. For me, I am not making a big plan to read any specific ones, but I think the ones I will knock off for sure are Linda, which is to watch a movie adaptation. So I will probably watch Jurassic Park the movie, and Regular Size Rudy. I love Regular Size Rudy. And that's to read a book over 250 pages. So that's no problem with everything I have here. Maybe not Shorty September, but everything else I have here, I will for sure be able to check something off for that. So those 2 I know I'll get. I'm going to try and do 4 in total, but I'll have to see how the month shakes out, how my reading is going, etc. But please join in. Rachel's a great host. Everyone has such a good time doing this stuff. It's going to be really fun. Really, really fun. Okay, and I'd like to get back to the book naturalists again. This summer I just spaced. I think maybe April was the last time I tried to read along, and then like I just forgot about May through August. Oops, I'm so sorry, ladies. This is hosted by Doris at Aldi Books and Heidi at My Reading Life. And this month, the book is The Plant Messiah by Carlos Magdalena. So this is on the way to me now through the library. I do not know what it's about. I don't know if it's fiction or nonfiction, but the cover looks very pretty, doesn't it? I think it looks very nice. So I'll be trying to read that one. And then finally, by no means the least of these things, it's to keep working on and finishing up all of the recommendations that I pulled in August. So August was reading all of your recommendations that you have given me over the last year and a half here on BookTube. Some of them were directly like, Laura, you should read this. Other ones are just ones that I picked up off of your channels throughout watching things. So I have my stack next to me right here. And the priorities are going to be the library books, just because those have a due date and the ones that I own don't. So the ones that I own that will be on the bottom of the pile here are Pilot's Choice by Sharon Lee and Steve Miller. This was recommended by Heidi at My Reading Life. It's books 5 and 6 in a science fiction space opera series. So that's going well so far. I have The Island by Peter Benchley. This was a recommendation from Timmy at Lost Cunningham. So standalone adventure, killer, slasher, fish, I don't know, but should be good. And then I have The Bookshop on the Shore by Jenny Colgan. This was from Emily at Novell Novels. She just said Jenny Colgan, and so I sent her my TBR. I said, what do you think? And she said this one. So this one will be, it's the last one that I own. So these three I just talked about are going to be on the bottom of my pile, just logistically. And then the others that I have here are my new priorities. So based on due dates, this is the order I need to read them in. The Other Side of Midnight by Simone St James. There were two people that recommended her books, and I didn't pull my slips. I'm such a dunderhead. I forget who recommended this, but I will eventually correct it in the bottom below. So this is sort of a little bit supernatural, but also kind of 20s, 30s mystery, gothic-y, sort of. Not sure, but it sounds very good. I'm going to start that this afternoon. And then this was recommended to me by Allie at FoxedFolios. Is that your channel name? The Avenue by R.F. Delderfield. This is two books together. I think the first book is called The Dreaming Suburb, and the second book in the duology is The Avenue Goes to War. So when they are together, the collection is known as The Avenue. She just recommended the first book to me, so I only have 400 and some pages to read in here. It's a very thin, kind of smaller print, so I think it'll take a little while to get into. And Ronald Frederick Delderfield, what the RF stands for. This was printed in third printing from 1964, originally published in 1958. So mid-century novels should be very interesting. Then I have Moon Tiger by Penelope Lively. I don't remember who recommended this to me. I used to own a copy, got rid of it for no reason, so library copy. Thanks very much. This I know was recommended to me by Shannon at That's So Po, and that's The End of the World. This is the start to the Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan. I am nervous about this, but I'm also excited to start reading it, especially because there is a TV show adaptation coming out that's supposed to be, I think, pretty good. So I think that's November that comes out, so I'd like to get started in this. And if I really like it, I'll buy it and, of course, keep rolling on it. So I've got this. I've got one more that is on its way to me through the library system again. That one is, it's the last one I pulled. Ninefox Gambit, also a recommendation from Shannon at That's So Po. That's by Yoon Ha Lee. It's the start to a science fiction series, space opera series. I don't know how to classify that, but Ninefox Gambit. And then this is the last one I need to read from the library. My last recommendation for this year, A Mind Spread Out on the Ground by Alicia Elliott. This was recommended by Cousin at Always Doing. And I wanted to read this before. I'd heard about it a couple of times, but seeing her review, I was like, yeah, this needs to be on my TBR, absolutely. So that is Ninefox Gambit coming to me. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 recommendations I still have to finish reading. And then there's The Book Naturalist, which is also on its way to me through the library. Bob's Burgers, again, I will slot that in. Shorty September, I already have picked out. Jurassic Park and Pink Carnation are already there. So I am cautiously optimistic about finishing all of these books this month. I'm not so worried about the 3 recommendations that I own. Like I said, if those have to go into October, that's fine with me. I'm more concerned about getting through, or at least starting and trying the library books for recommendations. I know I'll read Jurassic Park. I know I'll read Pink Carnation, and all the shorty ones. I should be able to read those without a problem. They're short books. I read fairly quickly most of the time. You know, I could probably knock out most of this, let's say at least half of that TBR in a day if I just focused, but who knows what the month will bring. I could have lots of bad brain days and my brain just won't let me concentrate. I could just fall into all the books ever and get them all done by the 20th. Unlikely, but who knows. So, what are you guys reading for September? Have you read any of these before? I will try to remember to link everything. I've been spacing on linking some people, and I am so sorry. I want to be able to have everyone I mention, because I love everyone that I mention. I want someone to say like, oh, this person sounds interesting, or oh, she's mentioned this guy before. Let's go over to the channel and check him out. Like, because everyone I follow deserves all the follows, and you know, I just love all y'all so much. I'm feeling sappy right now. So I'm gonna stop talking and get some coffee in me. But I hope you're all doing well. Let me know if you've read any of these, if you think that I am liable to be locked up somewhere for trying to attempt to read all these books this month. Totally fair, I get it. And yeah, I will talk to you guys very soon in the next one. Bye.